This week's news from the net.
Hi, boys and girls, everybody. I'm Mrs. Ellenberg, and I'm going to be a first grade teacher.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Katura, and I'm coming from Deer Crossing, and I'm super excited to be teaching first grade at Blue Heron next year.
Everyone, I'm Miss Mull, and I am very excited to be coming to Blue Heron and teaching first grade next year.
Hi, I'm Miss Staff, and I also will be teaching first grade at Blue Heron next year. I'm very excited about that.
Hi, my name is Braden, and I'll be a fourth grade student.
Hi, my name is Jamie, and I'm going to be a first grade student this year.
How many pets?
Have lots of pets, Braden. Are you ready? I have 2 bearded dragons, 1 snake, and 5 dogs. And people say, Mrs. Katura, why do you have so many dogs? And the answer is because I'm very, very silly. 5 dogs is too many, but I love them and we have fun.
Katura has all of Miss Staff's animals because we don't have any pets at our house.
I have 3 pets at my house. We have 2 little big miniature Yorkies, Esso and Charlie, and we have an Australian Shepherd named Palmer. We just love them, and they're spoiled rotten.
Well, I don't have any pets either, but Miss Ellenberg, if I were to ever get a dog, that's what I would want. Little miniature Yorkies. I think they're the cutest little things. But boys and girls, I don't necessarily have any pets right now, but I actually walk dogs for people on the weekends, and I love it. And it gives me a little pet fix, and I get to play with dogs and cats, and send them home. So that's fun for me.
I have 3 pets. I have 1 pug, a dog, and a lizard.
Do you have a cat or a dog? What are you most excited about
I'm most excited about
teaching?
teaching math. I love teaching math. I love watching my friends learn and figure out new things and use what they learn to help solve a different problem a different way. I love that. But I love teaching reading as well.
My actual favorite thing to teach is writing. Do you like to write?
Yeah, I like
Yes. Yes. Well, in first grade, I'm so excited that you guys will actually get to be able to write stories. I can't wait to see all the growth that you're going to have with your writing this year. It's going to be so exciting.
Subject to teach is science because we get to experiment and observe things, and we get to find out what happens to plants and animals, and it's all kinds of fun.
I love all the subjects that my friends mentioned already, but I am most excited about teaching reading. I love how when we first start first grade, everybody's in a different place with what they can read and how much they understand, and we all get so much better throughout the year, and I love being a part of that. And I really like reading stories and using silly voices, so I'm looking forward to that too.
Are we going to have any field trips?
Well, if I could take first graders on a field trip, I think it would be fun to go to the zoo and see all the different animals and watch them being fed and watch them playing and be able to explore and experience that. That would be a lot of fun.
I was going to say the aquarium, Miss Steph, kind of going along with what you said. I love learning about all the different ocean animals and watching them interact.
Do you know we should be able to go to the Earth, Space, and Science Lab for a field trip, and I'm really excited about that because we don't get to do it when we're kindergartners. So that's exciting. And you know what? Did you know we can even go on virtual field trips in our classroom? So there's so many different field trips we can go on. You're not going to believe this, but my friends are going to the San Diego Zoo tomorrow. We are. We've got so much planned. That's one of our field trips. So my field trip I'm going to talk about is the Earth, Space, and Science Lab because we're all going to get to go there next year.
know if it's going to be allowed, but I love going to the Weinberg Center and seeing stories and books come to life. And We get to go to the theater, as I like to call it, and we get to dress up and go to the theater and see live action plays and musicals. Maybe.
Have you guys ever traveled to San Francisco or
I have never taken students to DC or San Francisco, but guess what? When I was a student a long time ago, I also lived near San Francisco. So I got to go on a field trip to San Francisco also when I was your age.
Well, I haven't taken students to those places either, but I have visited both of them. And the fun thing about me is I visited San Francisco on my way to Hawaii for my first teaching job. I taught for 2 years out in Hawaii.
Well, it's not quite as cool as Hawaii or San Francisco, but I am very much looking forward to traveling to North Carolina this summer to spend some time at the beach. No matter where it is, Mrs. Katura is happy if she's at the beach.
I have traveled to Maine and I love Maine. I just love it. And you get to go whale watching and I think it's beautiful there. But I have to tell you, my favorite place to travel right now is to North Carolina because that's where all my family lives and we go to the beach and go boating and it's just so much fun. And I miss my mom.
Have you been
For 26 years.
Well, I've only been teaching about 22, 23 years.
For 6 years.
I am finishing my 34th year of teaching.
Hey, it's an easy one. What are you guys the most excited about for next year?
my calendar?
What is your favorite subject?
science?
Is there anything that maybe you've heard about Blue Heron that maybe you're a little bit nervous about?
The new mascot. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Wilmington, North Carolina, which was just an awesome place to grow up because we were right next to Riceville Beach, North Carolina, which is my favorite beach to go to.
I grew up in Mount Airy, which is pretty close to the school. And Braden, you probably already know this, but I went to school with your mommy. So she told me last night that I was going to see you today, which is really cool and neat. And I get to see lots of friends that I knew from growing up be the parents of my students. So it's really cool to be so close to where I grew up.
Also grew up in Mount Airy, and my parents still live there. They not in the house where I grew up in, but they still live in Mount Airy today.
I grew up in Virginia, which is not that far away from Maryland, and my whole family still also lives in Virginia, so I get to see them about once a month. So it's about 2 hours away, so that's good.
What sports teams do you like? Because mine is Buccaneers.
But I am a Clemson Tiger fan.
Actually, a Seahawks fan, and I am so happy to be coming to Blue Heron because Blue Heron has the Seahawks colors, blue and lime green. I'm so happy.
I like the Baltimore teams, so I like the Ravens and the Orioles.
My household, we do root for all the Baltimore teams too.
What do you like to do for fun?
Read. I like to go spend time with my friends, going shopping, and I actually like to do yard work. Does that sound crazy? I do. I like it.
To read also, and I like to sit in my backyard and watch my kids swim in the lake. But what I really like to do to relax is make cakes. I really like making cakes, and my kids come up with all sorts of crazy things to have me make. And I'm not a professional, and sometimes it doesn't look so good, but I like doing it. It's relaxing.
Reading too. I always have a book or two or even three going on at the same time. And I love to put puzzles together. We always have a puzzle going on at our house. So when anybody walks in, they can sit and work on the puzzle.
I like to read. I have lots of books, and some of them I haven't read yet, but I do like to read. And I also like to spend time with my kids. I have a 5-year-old and a 6-year-old, and we like to be outside and play and go to the park and do all kinds of fun things.
Hi, it's me, Will.
And Will actually might be in your class next year because he's also coming to Blue Heron.
Hi, Will. How are you today?
Good.
Good. Nice